This podcast is brought to you by Versatile Terrain. And Versatile Terrain, if you do not know, are the company that make those nameplates that you see on our miniatures in our pictures and on our social media and when we're at tournaments and things like that. I honestly can't even begin to describe the full amount of services that Versatile Terrain offer, because every time I record one of these ad reads, they implement extras that automatically make this out of date. So what I will tell you is that their customer service is second to none. They are by far one of the nicest companies that I have personally ever dealt with in this industry, and they offer what I consider to be one of the most important accessories in Kill Team, as they really bring that narrative to the tabletop. It's completely custom to you. You can choose from an array of different designs. I can't recommend them enough. They are the original, they are the best, and you should head to versatileterrain.co.uk to find out some more about them. Welcome to Chill Team. Something a little bit different, a little bit of a different style. I'm not like pre-recording the intro or anything. I'm literally sat here with Barrett.
Hello.
There we go. I looked at him. He did not know he was going to have to introduce himself.
No.
And yeah, we're trying something a little bit different because I want to get into the game quicker. That's the idea behind it. So if you are new here, we are a Kill Team Battle Report podcast. We do audio-focused battle reports, which sounds weird because it is weird, but we think we make it work, and a lot of other people do as well, which is nice. So today we are going to be taking a step back from the campaign that we've had going on, purely because we're still a little bit restricted as to what we can record and who's available and things like that because of the old COVID-19 still hovering around, so it's not ideal.
No.
So this is actually our first time recording or even playing a game together since about February.
Yeah,
which is crazy.
Yeah.
So what we're doing is putting the campaign on hold, and that is only hold. We will get back to it. We've got some big ideas for the campaign
Very
as well.
tasty. Yeah.
And we're just going to go back for a normal game, return to our roots.
Yeah.
Almost for this one. So what we're doing is we're doing a Commanders game, which we haven't done in a while. And we are going to be following the Kill Team Commander official rules packet for LVO 2021, which was released by the guys at Kill Team Stream, who incidentally we also worked with for a mission. We wrote a mission for them.
Yeah.
For one of their casual packets, and it involves Wayne.
We should probably play that at some point.
Yeah, we haven't actually played it on the podcast, which so who knows if it even works?
Yeah.
We don't know. So yeah, that you can get that. That's in their casual Kill Team packet, which is there's a lot of fun missions in there, all curated by kind of YouTubers and podcasters and stuff. But they've released this Commanders pack. It's a tournament-based pack, and I think I speak for everyone on the podcast when I say that the tournament play seems to be our favourite.
Yeah.
And to have a tournament pack based around Commanders, to me, seems to mix the fun and the serious, the strategy, all into one thing. So we are playing the mission Assassinate in that pack. I'll link to the pack, by the way, in the description of wherever you're listening to this. It's a free download. And we're playing Assassinate. So in every mission on here, you basically have 3 primary objectives, and then you choose. You each choose 3 secondary objectives from a list, which we'll get to in a second. But the board for this one is real simple. So each team deploys on the long edges of the board in a 3-inch deployment zone. It's a tiny little sliver of a deployment zone.
Yeah.
And then there's 3 objectives on the board. There's one dead center, and then there are either side of it, between the center and the short edges of the board, equally placed. another 2 objectives. So just along the middle is 3 objectives. Now, you would have seen by the title, I brought what I would think is the most appropriate team to come back from the COVID-19 break with, and that is the Death Guard.
Long-awaited return.
All new names, all new paint job, all new Death Guard, basically. And what have you brought?
Brought the Demons back for a round 2.
The Demons. And you go in, the listeners are going, Demons? Commanders? What are you on about? Well, when you read the Commanders pack for LVO, you will see that there's a little special rule in there for Demons that allows them to take a commander, any commander that has the demon keyword, as well as the Master of Possessions, if they wish.
Yeah.
Which is the one you opted for.
Yep. If anyone's seen the Instagram page, we've already posted it.
Yeah, already been painted up. So
that's what it was for.
There you go. The big reveal done. So there is a specified kill zone on the pack that we won't be using, but we are using the mission Assassinate. So we've chosen, before deploying, we have chosen our secondaries, and we do now reveal them to each other, which is a fairly unique thing for tournament play.
Yeah, but I quite like it.
I do too. Would you like to reveal your secondaries?
So,
I have the actual, like, what they do here, if you want to say the name. And I can...
I wrote them down.
Okay. All right. Don't need me. Fair enough.
So, so the first one I went for, which now I'm kind of thinking may have been quite brave, but
here we go. So that's the first thing. We're about. Oh, I haven't got the timer set up properly. We're about 5 minutes in, and you're already doubting yourself. We are back. That's what we do.
First one, complete control.
Ooh, okay.
Score 3 VP if I control every objective at the end of a battle round.
So that's a potential. Each secondary you can only score a total of. Is it?
3.
It's 3 per secondary.
Yeah, so I can only get that once.
Yeah, but that's your 3 for that secondary sorted if you can do that.
Yeah, basically. Which I thought I can have a good go at it. I've got a fair few bodies.
You've got enough bodies, yeah.
Yeah. Number 2, I went Domination.
I knew you were going to pick this one.
Yeah. So if I've got more models within 3 inches of the center of the board than my opponent at the end of the movement phase, score 1 VP. End of the movement phase, so...
Yeah, so it's like before I would have managed to take any of you out in that.
Yeah,
in that. In that.
Might be a good one going second sometimes with that.
Yeah.
And then the last one, which I decided at last minute, I was going to take Whirlwind, but I went for instead Old School.
Oh, okay.
So it sounded a bit fun.
Old School's a bit of a tasty one, and we'll get into why in a second. But what does Old School do?
So it's got 3 parts to it. So the first part is score 1 VP if your kill team takes 1 or more enemy models out of action in the first battle round. In addition, score 1 victory point to a maximum of 1 if I have at least 1 model wholly within the enemy's deployment zone at the end of the game. And then in addition, score 2 VP if the enemy's leader goes out of action.
Okay, so there's a lot of points to be had there.
Yeah.
And you'll remember that you can only score 3 victory points per secondary objective. However, there is a little thing that allows for Old School, you can earn 4.
Yeah.
However, it cannot push you over 27 victory points total for the game. So underneath 27, you can utilize that full 4 victory points for that secondary if you wish.
Yeah. Pretty cool though.
Yeah. So, and Whirlwind, the one that you decided against, that is score 1 victory point if 1 model from your kill team forced an injury roll on 2 or more enemy models in 1 battle round.
Yeah.
So that seems quite difficult, really.
Yeah.
But
you have taken...
I have taken Whirlwind.
Ooh.
So Whirlwind is the first one that I have taken.
While we're on that, I'll give you a quick friendly play advice for that one.
Yeah.
Just because I don't know if you remember, we only used the demons once. So I don't know if you remember about their work. If you're going to attack any of the horrors,
they like break down into.
There's no injury rolls for those. So
that's true.
So just to help you out there, not to.
All right, well, I've taken it anyway now, but there's still room. There's
plenty of others.
But yeah, I didn't think of that. The next one I've taken is David and Goliath.
I thought you might.
David and Goliath, you score 3 victory points if a non-commander model takes an enemy commander model out of action.
Very tasty.
That's basically your whole team opportunity there, other than your commander. So I figured, why not? And
you've got some nasty guys to do it with. Certainly.
Exactly. And the other one, my third one, is I don't know. I don't know about it, but I'm choosing it because I think I can make it work. In my head, it works. And that is 4 quarters.
Okay, yeah.
So for 4 quarters, you divide the battlefield into 4 equal rectangles. A corner of each meets in the. I always hate reading this one. Divide the battlefield into 4 equal rectangles, a corner of each of which meets the other in the center of the battlefield. That's the longest-winded way of saying there's 4 sections of the board, people. That's it. The 4 corners of the board, basically. At the end of the battle round, you score 1 victory point if there is at least 1 model from your kill team, other than shaken models, wholly within each of these rectangles, but not within 3 inches of the center of the battlefield. Now, the reason I chose this is because I thought you might go for domination.
Yeah.
So knowing that you might want to be sticking in the middle, I figured I could maybe get something out of this. So we'll see how it goes. That's part 1 has played into my hands with that one.
Well, that's why I didn't take 4 quarters, because I
wanted domination as well.
It's a good one.
So that I was toying with domination. I do like domination overall. However, the amount more bodies and opportunities that you have to hold objectives, I didn't think that would be a smart move for me.
No.
Anyway, now we've revealed that, the next thing is to deploy. So we haven't actually deployed yet. So we're going to cut away, deploy, and then the episode will kind of move as normal from there. So deployment. I'm along the top edge with a Death Guard. As I say, we get this little sliver. We've both made quite good use of the sliver.
Yeah.
I think we've spanned across the entire width of the board pretty much.
I think I'm glad I didn't take Tyranids and have 20 Tyranids, because I don't think I would have been
even fit them all on, even in a conga line.
Yeah.
So starting in the top left corner, I have my demolition specialist with a blight launcher, and he's tucked just behind one of the 3 poxwalkers that I've brought. And then moving along, you have my commander, the foul blight spawn himself, who's also tucked behind his loyal poxwalker.
Yeah.
He's walking meat shield basically, or well, there's not too much meat left on a poxwalker, I suppose. But and then moving along, they're all in cover as well. By the way, I think actually the first 2 are probably even almost entirely out of sight. Probably a few people can. Probably a few of your boys can see him still, but they're all kind of obscured or in cover of different sorts. Moving along, more to the centre of the top of the board, we have the Blight Lord Terminator, who has a Plague Spewer. And one thing I do need to point out here is that you have to also take a combat weapon with a Blight Lord Terminator. However, you'll see that he's not modelled with one.
No, just a
This is because
tasty fist.
He's an easy to build model with no options. So the quick build ones that GW released.
Fair enough.
But for some reason they released it with an incorrect loadout. I don't know why. So I need to get a combat model that I need to kind of put on there myself. So in his other hand, and actually when you see the sculpt, you can tell that it's supposed to have something in that hand.
Oh, really?
That old hand. Like when you look at it, He's just holding his hand out like with a clenched fist. It looks like he's supposed to be holding something. So you can't have the option to not have any of it. So I think what I opted for is, I will just check now. So he has his Plague Spear and he also has a Bale Sword.
Okay.
So just a big combat sword thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, and then that's the only thing that you need to be aware of, I suppose.
Yeah, I assumed he was nasty in combat anyway, so.
Yeah, he's
Terminator.
He's better out of combat because of his Plague Spear, I suppose, but he is pretty nasty in combat as well.
Yeah.
Moving along over towards the top right-hand side of the board now, we have my leader. It's a Plague Marine with a plasma gun and a Plague Sword.
Nice.
It's the same points as a Plague Knife, and they have to take one of them. So,
yeah,
Plague Sword it is. And then moving along, you have my Veteran, which is a Plague Marine with a Blight Launcher again. So that's the second Blight Launcher. And then finally, we have in the top right-hand corner another Poxwalker protecting my Combat Specialist Plague Marine. Who has a Plague Knife and a Bolt Gun. So this is something that I've done before, and I think it's a pretty tasty setup, is that Plague Knives for free are pretty good. You're re-rolling ones to wound. So stick one on, stick a Combat Specialism on your normal Plague Marine.
Yeah.
And you get an okay boy in combat who still gets to shoot as well with his bolt gun.
Yeah,
so
best of both worlds.
Yeah, and then overall, just as Death Guard, I am ignoring moving heavy weapons, ignoring the -1, and ignoring advancing with assault weapons, ignoring the penalty there.
Nice.
So Death Guard basically get the heavy specialism, which is why I don't have a heavy specialist.
I'd forgotten about that. I was thinking, it's just they're disgusting, but no, they've got that as well.
They've got that as well, and they also rapid fire at 18 inches.
Yeah.
So they rapid fire a bit further too. So
Mr. Plasma,
and that will come in handy for my plasma and my bolt gun. That's my deployment. Who are we looking at?
Well, staring right into the face of hell.
We see some similarities. You've got some Plague Bearers.
A couple of friends in here, but I guess today they're not. So because I've got many models, I've literally taken up pretty much the entire deployment, all in a straight line and not much space in between them. So I suppose starting from the bottom left, we have a bloodletter.
You're literally conga lining.
Yeah, we'll just start bottom left and work across. So bottom left, we've got Bloodletter, we've got a Plague Bearer, and then we've got Plague Ridden, the leader.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've got another 2 Bloodletters. So we've got a little, pretty much similar to yours. We've got a building, blocking a bit of line of sight, a few little crates and things. Then we come to the middle section. We have 3 Pink Horrors. Mm-hmm. One of them is a Demolition Specialist. I think I called it Comms earlier, but he's not. He's Demolitions.
Okay. No, you settled against Comms.
Yeah.
Just so everyone's aware, Barrett rocked up with one specialist plan. So I was like, well, you might as well give one of them the other specialisms.
Just for the sake of it.
No, you settled against comms and you did say...
yeah, I think it's the...
Demolitions.
Like the special pink one can be the comms or something like that.
Yeah.
But I didn't take the points for that. So Demolitions is fine. They've got shooting weapons anyway.
Cool. They've got little hand flame things, haven't they?
Yeah, 18-inch assault 2, so not all right. And then we've also got one Plague Bearer just in the middle of that as well.
Mm-hmm. That's like dead center of the board.
Yeah, so that's all in the middle. And then we go to the right again. We've got 2 more Plague Bearers. We've got a Blood Reaper. So that's the Sergeant Bloodletter. Mm-hmm. He's the combat specialist.
Yeah.
And then next to him, because I thought I had more Bloodletter models than I did, I've taken just 1 Demonette. Because it's the same points as the Bloodletter. Joe did offer to pretend.
I did offer the proxy.
Yeah, but I thought, we'll just
it was declined.
They're not too different anyway.
Just 1 Demonette is hanging out in this whole demons thing.
Yeah, and then who I just skipped. In between the middle and in between 2 Plague Bearers, basically we've got my commander. So that's the Master of Possession.
Mm-hmm.
Chose the Psyker trait, obviously.
Your commander is bottom right.
Bottom right.
My commander is top left.
Yeah, I think they can see each other.
They can see each other.
Their eyes on.
But I don't believe...
But neither can reach each other.
Neither can reach each other. They're just looking at each other like... You know that clip in It's Always Sunny where they see each other in the restaurant?
Yeah.
It's just that across the battlefield. In terms of sort of faction traits and things, what's the deal with demons?
So they don't have one, but in this pack they've been given, I think they did them in White Dwarf at some point, or they've done them for a tournament. But so they've done it for this tournament, but you only get that if you don't mix and match. So if you take all Plague Bearers, you get it. Or vice versa.
I think what they did, part of, I could be getting this wrong because I haven't fully looked at it, but there is something in this tournament pack that the guys at Kill Team Stream have released their own mini PDF document with some faction traits of all the factions that don't have official ones.
Yeah.
So there's a Kroot faction trait in there for when I do my Kroot team eventually. It's coming. It is coming.
They're hoping for it.
It's like a year in the making.
Yeah.
But it's coming. So it might be to do with that. Maybe that's what they're referencing. But you need to have all the same Chaos God, basically.
Yeah, which I've not done because it's not very beneficial to do that.
Yeah.
So,
cool.
I missed out on that, but I'm not mad. They're cool as they are.
Yeah, perfect. Should we go for some initiative?
Yeah.
Oh, just quickly, sorry. Specialism.
Yes.
For the commander, you're taking Psychic.
Yep.
I've taken the leadership one, so I get an extra command point every turn as long as he's alive.
Yeah.
Let's go for some initiative.
It's been a while. On the new Chill Team dice as well.
Yeah, well, I'm rocking the Siege Studios dice, but you're rocking the Chill Team dice to avoid confusion.
Yeah. I get an 8.
And I get a 9.
Ooh.
I seem to remember you were favouring going second, so we'll see how this goes. We'll cut away, do the movement, and we'll come back and talk about it in a second. So, obviously, I was moving first. Before I did anything, I used one of the new stratagems for the Death Guard called Death March.
Yeah,
in which it adds 2 inches to all movement in the models in the kill team, but you can't advance, which I immediately forgot and tried to advance. But you can't charge, fall back, or advance.
Yeah.
So even though not all of my models were going to be moving, I figured that turn 1 is the time to do this because that's when, I don't know, it just gives me that little bit of an extra boost, especially for my Poxwalkers. So. So they all had that, but my veteran and my leader stayed readied. So that's a Plague Marine with a plasma gun in my leader and a Plague Marine with a Blight Launcher in my veteran. They stayed readied in my deployment zone. The Terminator moved up a tiny little bit, a couple of inches, as did my commander. The Poxwalkers went out in front as much as they can in their respective areas, and my combat specialist managed to take a big old movement up to objective number 3 over on the right-hand side. So that's currently the only one that I'm holding, and I'm only holding it because you're nowhere near it because you haven't moved. So, so we'll see how that goes. Also over in the top left, as I say, the Poxwalker kind of charged out in front. But my demolition specialist has made some movements up onto a building.
Yeah. Pretty scary.
Yeah. So that'll be that. And that's my entire movement, basically. So now it's the demons movement.
Off the bat, first thing I did from the left-hand side, with the first bloodletter, I charged your Poxwalker directly opposite.
Mm-hmm.
Rolled a 12, made the charge.
Yeah.
It was a 10-inch charge.
Bizarre.
Yeah.
No Overwatch, obviously, so a pretty straightforward charge.
That was pretty mad.
So now you do have a bloodletter over on that edge of the board, far left edge of the board, basically central.
Yeah.
In combat with a Poxwalker.
Yeah.
Cool. One.
The bloodletter next to him, he also tried to charge, but failed miserably. So that was the second one that got in, actually. The first one, he failed. I rolled like a 4. That's why he's just there. The second one got in. the third bloodletter over that side, I just advanced. I've got like an 8, so he's just behind that fight.
Mm-hmm.
And then advanced my leader and the plague bearer to the objective on that left side. The leader's slightly behind the other one, but I mean, he's obscured to most things. Might be pure open to maybe one. We shall see. Then the middle, everything advanced in the middle. So the plague bearer advanced directly onto the middle objective. And then all 5 horrors advanced, and they are, again, they're just spread around the objective to some point. I think 3 of them are within holding range of the objective, and then the other 2 are just out of holding it, but they're around the area. And then on the right side, so we again advance with the closest plague bearer to the middle. He's just shy of the building covering the objective on the right hand side.
Mm-hmm.
My commander, I just moved him straight forward next to him again behind the building. We got another plague bearer. He advanced and he is holding the objective through the wall. Or should I say currently contesting it through the wall?
Yeah.
My Blood Reaper over there, I tried to charge your veteran specialist combat specialist.
Mm-hmm.
Tried to charge him, and I missed, but I just moved the 8 straight into the wall. So
yeah,
I suppose I am holding that objective currently, actually.
Yeah, because I've only got 1 on it, so you're not holding it, yeah.
And then the demonette, I popped a little demon objective. So for 1 command point, it's called Deadly Dance. Use this tactic before making a charge roll for a demonette model from your kill team. You can roll 3d6 and pick which 2 rolls to use when determining the charge distance. I didn't roll that great. I think the highest I rolled was an 8 combination. So she's just up to that wall. She's not holding the objective, but
she's coming around the corner of it. And let me tell you, that is one scary fucking thing to see popping around the corner of a building that you're in.
She's pretty gross.
Yeah,
so,
that's all the movement. I've got 2 ready. Do you have any ready?
I've got some psychic to do first.
Baby. No, I thought we said no.
Oh, and I
suppose no psychic.
I suppose just for note, I will do scoring at the end, but I will score 1 point for domination.
Yeah, because it gets done at the end of the movement phase. So what do you have currently?
I have 4 models within 3 of the centre.
Yeah.
5, sorry.
Yeah.
5. That one's just in, but the other one's out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you've got none.
I have 0.
Yeah.
Didn't want any. Next.
Nah. So I will have 1. So psychic phase.
Psychic, I suppose.
I've got a lot to choose from. Going with the Master of Possession. He's going to show everyone how it's done.
Your commander.
Yeah, I can just about, by his cloth, see your combat specialist through the ruin.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a psychic.
Over on the right-hand side, to objective 3 for this one.
So I'm a psychic buff guy, so I'm +1 to psychic tests. Mm-hmm. So I just need a 4 to cast Cybolt.
Lovely.
That is an 8. Comes a 9, but still doesn't make it a dirty one.
Mm-hmm.
So that will just be 1. Disgustingly resilient. 1 damage.
1 damage, yeah?
Yeah.
That's a 3. So he's going to take it. He's only got 1 wound.
So see if he comes out of action. 4, 5, or 6. So 1, I'm going to use the
Disgusting.
I'm going to have to use the last command point to reroll that.
Okay.
I wouldn't be able to live myself. Wouldn't be me.
2.
Bloody hell.
That is a flesh wound.
Yeah.
On my combat specialist.
That's very annoying. Then I can do 1 more power with him.
Mm-hmm.
Do
you want to think about it? Or?
No, I know what one it's going to be because I can only use 1 currently. Okay. I'm going to cast Cursed Earth.
Mm-hmm.
So if manifested, then until the start of the next psychic phase, the invuln save for friendly demon models is improved by 1 to a maximum of 3 whilst they're within 6 inches of him.
Oh, okay. So by default, that'll increase it to 4?
For the most of them, but the pink horrors are on a 4 up, so they'll go to 3.
Oh,
so it's everyone within 6 of him. So it gets
a couple of the pink boys there as well.
It's manifested on a 7, so I need a 6. Some +1.
Okay. That is a 6.
There's a 6. So
it
plus
pays
1.
off.
Yeah, so everyone within 6 of him is plus 1 invuln.
Ugh. Right, well. Now, can I shoot now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gross.
For shooting, I'm going to kick things off with my leader.
Ooh.
Has his plasma gun.
Oh.
He's looking over at the center of the board.
Yeah.
There are 2, well, there's 3, but 2 closest to the middle, pink horrors who will not be affected by that.
The
buff.
Yeah.
Because it's getting 3 of the models that are in the middle.
Yeah.
And it's leaving 3 of them
high
and dry. So, I say high and dry. You still got a 4 up invuln on them, which isn't too bad.
Yeah.
So, what I'm going to do, the 2 that are closest to the center that aren't affected, my leader is going to take a shot
These
each.
2, yeah?
Yes.
The back one's the demo specialist.
Okay. Well, it's 1 shot each from his plasma.
Yeah.
Because it is rapid fire.
Yeah.
Both in short range.
Yep.
Both obscured.
Yeah.
Yeah. Both obscured. Let's go for a shot on your demo first.
Okay.
So I'm only -1. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yeah. Just -1 for the obscured.
So I'm going to be hitting on 4s.
Okay.
That's a 5.
Toughness 3.
The strength of a plasma gun is 7.
Ooh.
So it's going to be 2s to wound.
Oh, yeah.
That is a 4. It's -3 AP, which doesn't matter to you.
4 up invuln from the pink horror.
Mm-hmm.
That's a
Does
3.
not get it. 1 damage.
Yep.
1 wound.
Yep. So he just pops out of the air.
Oh, yeah, you didn't get the save. Yeah.
No, I didn't get the save.
So no injury roll. He just basically evaporates, and 2 blue horrors appear in his place. So the reason you can only hear me and not Barrett at the moment is because he's very carefully placing his 2 blue horrors before removing the pink horror.
Yeah.
Which is what he has now done. So there is now, instead of a demolition specialist, there is now 2 blue horrors on the center of the board.
And they are now also holding that objective as well.
Effectively boosting the amount that you're holding that objective by.
Yeah, pretty cool.
You've just done, like, instead of 1 model holding it, you've now got 2 on that thing.
Yeah.
Meaning you've got a lot more in total. But I have another shot.
Yep.
On your other boy.
Yep.
It'll be on 4s again.
Yep.
That is a 2.
You little CP, you got 2 of them. You'll have another 3 next turn, so you may as well pop these now.
I'm just trying to wonder if there's more important shots to be had.
Nah.
Shots.
If there was ever a time we would do some edit sound effects.
Yeah. If we couldn't get copyright claimed. I am going to do it. I'm going to pay a command point to re-roll that hit.
Nice.
For a 1. I didn't supercharge though, luckily.
Thank God.
That was a waste of command points. You goaded me into it and it paid off for you.
I wasted one of mine, so it's only fair.
True. Anyway, my veteran specialist can shoot because you don't have anyone readied.
No.
The veteran specialist, a little bit to the right,
Yeah.
hidden behind the same ruin with his blight launcher, is going to take his 2 shots and fire it into the plague bearer dead center on the objective.
Gross.
Short range, obscured.
Yep.
So 4s once again.
Yeah.
Ooh. 1 hit, 1 miss.
Toughness 4.
It is strength 6.
Better than 2s.
Yeah. Let me just check.
Got something else tasty.
Yeah, it's strength 6. So freeze to wound. That is a 3. It is -2 AP. Does that make any difference?
No. So
Okay.
I get a 5 up invuln.
Okay.
which I make.
Oh, he gets it on a 6.
Thought I was going to get to fail that and then do a disgustingly resilient.
Well, the reason I chose the Plague Bearer is because this weapon is D3 damage, which would have made disgustingly resilient a little bit harder.
Yeah.
But it wasn't to be this turn. So that is all of my readied guys.
Okay.
Now I then shoot a normal guy, correct?
Yeah.
Cool.
Still got many nasty ones to use.
It wasn't exactly the plan, but I'm going to go for a fun one.
Okay.
Blightlord Gunner, Terminator, with his Plague Spewer.
Nice.
It's heavy D6.
Yeah.
It's a 9-inch range. So there is plenty of option.
Ooh, yeah.
So first I need to find out how many hits he gets.
Yeah.
If I know me, this is going to be a 1.
I'm praying for that.
It's a 4.
Yeah.
It's not too bad.
Pretty good.
It's 4 auto hits.
Grim.
I think I want to put that. I want to do. It's just so horrible that you've got your invulns.
Yeah. Pretty
invulns coming out your ass.
Yeah.
What I'll do is I will put 2 of those on the Plague Bearer.
Yep.
And I will put 2 of those on the Pink Horror.
This one?
The closest one. Yeah, that one indeed.
Cool.
So let's do the 2 on the Plague Bearer first.
Yep. Toughness 4.
Oh, actually, let's do the 2 on the Pink Horror first.
Okay. Toughness 3.
It's strength 5.
Cool.
And it is re-rolling 1s to wound.
Ooh, those plague weapons.
Mm-hmm. 2 6s. -1 AP, not that it makes any difference to you.
So I need 2 4-up invulns on that one.
Okay.
Double 1s.
2 1s.
Couldn't be any worse.
Yeah.
So
he just pops.
So have another 2 blues.
So another 2 blue horrors taking the place of that pink horror there.
Yeah.
Not both holding the objective though. Only one of them managing to hold the objective by the look of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Move one out a bit further.
So that's not too bad. Then we have the 2 shots from the Plague Bearer.
Yep. So on 3s again.
On 3s again. Re-rolling 1s.
Yep.
3 and a 5.
Ooh.
-1 doesn't make a difference.
Nope. So 2 5-ups first.
2 5-up invuln saves.
Make neither.
Fouls both of them. 1 damage each.
Cool. So
2 disgustingly resilience to make.
No.
Doesn't make either of those either.
No.
But this one does get an injury roll.
Yeah. Yeah. And I am within an inch of what I'm being obscured by. So I will.
Yeah. So it's a 5 or 6. I need to take you out of action.
Yeah.
Is a 6 enough for you, sir? Is a 6 enough?
Got him. Got.
It feels bad. It's bittersweet because that's one of my boys. You know what I mean? That's one of our. But
bearing his little smile at you as well.
Being we are from the Purge.
Yeah.
And they do hate everything,
yeah.
even their own, even other worshippers of Nurgle.
Yeah.
They just think that everything should die. Basically, they're like Thanos on steroids.
Oh, jeez.
So okay, so
now I get to.
I just want to check.
Yeah.
I've completely forgotten my secondary. But I'm pretty sure one of them was something about taking things out of action.
Yeah, I can't remember what you had.
I think that's only if he took more than one, or caused more than one to have an injury roll.
Oh, was it that one in the end, was it?
I think so. Let me double check. Yeah, it was Whirlwind. So score 1 VP if one model from your kill team forced an injury roll on 2 or more enemy models, which he didn't do. He only did the 1. So, okay.
Currently.
Okay. Over to you.
So I'm going to use my commander. He is going to shoot through to your combat specialist on the flesh wound.
Okay.
Pistol 1.
Mm-hmm.
12-inch range, I believe, his pistol. Yep, pistol 12 inches.
Okay.
So I'm within half, but you are obscured.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll be hitting one shot on a 4.
Okay.
It's a 4.
Ooh.
Strength 4.
It's toughness 5.
Yeah. Needing a 5. It's a 6.
He gets a 6.
And
any AP on that?
No AP on it, so you're pretty good.
So it's a 3-up save. I get 3.
Nice.
He saved it. Back to me.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to pick my demolition specialist up in that building.
Yeah.
I'm going to pay 1 CP. Actually, no, I'm not going to pay 1 CP. I've fooled you. I've teased you and I've fooled you.
Oh, cock tease.
I'm just going to shoot like normal.
Okay.
He has 2 shots.
Yep.
What's the toughness of the blue horrors?
I think it's 3.
Okay.
Yeah, they're all the horrors are toughness 3, I believe. Yeah, they're all toughness 3.
Okay.
It's just the strength that gets worse.
Okay.
Brimstones have a strength of 1.
It's difficult. So I'm going to use my demolitions.
Yeah.
He's going to fire. He's got 2 shots.
Yeah.
He'll do 1 each on, let's say, the 2. Actually, maybe one of them's obscured and one of them isn't or something. I actually think that this guy isn't obscured through the window, but the rest would be.
Yeah. Okay.
So the closest blue horror.
Yeah.
I'm going to put one of the shots onto him.
Okay.
And we'll put one of the shots onto the pink horror next to him.
Okay. Pink obscured, I assume, or is he good?
Pink would be obscured because of the angle, yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
So let's do. I'm just thinking, what's both of their toughness? Sorry?
3 on both.
3 on both.
Yeah. So
cool. That's fine.
You're pretty much.
If I get through, I'm wounded on 2s, rerolling 1s.
Okay.
So
yeah, you're pretty much.
Yeah. So let's do the one on the blue horror first.
Okay.
It's short range, unobscured, so 3.
Yeah.
It's a 6.
Oh, mama.
Strength 6, toughness 3.
Yep.
2s to wound, rerolling 1s.
Ooh.
That is a 1.
Whoa.
I'm going to reroll it.
Come on.
For a 3. So you have your save.
So the blue has a 5 up in them.
Okay.
Goes,
and he's out of reach of the commander with the aura.
Yeah. That is only a 3.
That's a 3.
So
it's D3 damage.
But he just pops anyway.
Oh, he just pops anyway.
So
regardless.
it just turns to 1.
For the visual, that's 2 damage.
Oof.
Just for the visual. So that's pretty bad.
Could have been gross. So yeah.
So he pops into 2 brimstone horrors, but they're both on 1 base. So it's 1 model.
Yeah.
But they're 2 brimstone
and
horrors.
I placed him to the centre. So
yeah.
and he's
a little
not
bit further in.
He's not holding the objective. Oh, actually.
Oh, he might be.
He is actually. Yeah.
He might be. And then there's a shot left for the pink horror.
Yep.
On 4s this time due to obscurity.
Yeah.
That was a 3.
Got lucky.
Not good enough. That's my demolition specialist.
So who have you got left to shoot?
My commander.
Okay.
And my combat specialist.
That's right. Well, I'm going to shoot with the pink that you just shot at.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to shoot straight ahead to this poxwalker right in front of him.
Okay.
I did advance, so I'm -1. It's an assault weapon, but
-1 to hit.
18-inch range, so you're within half.
Yep. And unobscured.
Yeah, so it's 2 shots on probably 5. Let's double check. Yeah, 2 shots on 5s because of I advanced.
Okay.
So 5 and a 2. It's strength 3.
Toughness 3 on the poxwalker.
So it's a 4 to wound him.
Mm-hmm.
There's a 1.
And 1 won't do it either way, mate.
Nah.
No matter what toughness.
Nah. Buggered it.
Back to me.
Yep.
I need fire with my commander.
Ooh.
He has his plague spewer.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually a plague sprayer. I'm sorry. Plague sprayer. It's a bit different.
Gross.
So it's a 9-inch range.
Yeah.
2 of your plague bearers that are on objective 2 over there.
One of them's the leader.
One of them's the leader, and they are They're in range.
They are.
So it's assault D6. I'm going to see how many I get.
Please.
He's seen it. That is a 6.
Yeah.
So that's 6 automatic hits.
Fuck.
We're going to do 3 each.
Yep.
Just for the fun of it. Now, here's where it could go all wrong.
Yeah.
The Plague Sprayer is strength 2d6. There is a chance I'm going to be trying to hit you with a strength 2 weapon here.
I hope so.
So let's see how it goes.
Ooh.
It is a double.
Oh.
It's 8.
Oh, fine.
Strength
I was
8.
just thinking it was strength 12.
Yeah, strength 8.
Yeah. So it's still 2s regardless.
It's still 2s, but 12 would have sounded a lot better, right?
Yeah.
So it's going to be strength 8. They're auto hits, 3 each. So what toughness are they?
2. 4, sorry.
4.
Yeah.
Toughness 2, Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, strength 2 wouldn't have been so bad.
No. Strength, toughness 4, yeah. So
it's going to be 2s to wound.
Yeah.
And it's re-rolling 1s as a plague weapon, I believe.
Just check there's nothing different with them, but they've both just got 1 wound still.
Important thing about the Plague Sprayer as well, and people sometimes get it wrong, you roll for the strength after you choose the target.
Oh, okay.
You're not allowed to see what the strength is and then choose the target.
Yeah, that would be pretty,
That's
pretty
too
tricksy.
cheeky, yeah. Which one's the leader?
The one with the trunk and the 2 horns.
I'll go for him first.
Oh.
I want his boy to see his leader die in front of him, and then he dies straight after.
I assume you're re-rolling 1s as well?
Re-rolling 1s to wound, yeah. So wounding on 2s and re-rolling 1s.
Whew.
They all wound, and they are flat. Well, they're -3 for a start.
5 up in runs first.
Okay, so 3 5 up in bones on your leader.
I make 1.
Okay, but you don't make the other 2.
No.
They are flat 3 damage each. So that's 6.
6s I got to get.
6. Well, 6.
6 5-ups.
Yeah.
That's a bit better.
Have you got how many dice are you holding?
Oh, yeah.
You need to make 6.
Just do all 6, don't I?
Let's do all 6 at once, mate. Because either you fail them or you don't.
Nah, not even close. Not even a single 5.
There's a Flavor Town 6 in there. Flat 3 damage. So I'm going to do an injury roll.
So now, is he in obscurity at all by his mate?
Where is your...
Leader's there. So I think maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's 5s or 6s.
But you got 3 dice.
I got 3 dice though. So hopefully I can...
Yeah.
There's a 6 in there. So your leader is out of action.
Well.
Now we've got the 3 other shots on your other boy. So your boy's just seen his leader crumble before his very eyes.
He is sad.
Don't say that. I feel bad now. We're wounding on 2s again, rerolling 1s. They all wound regardless. So that's 3
5-ups.
5 up invulns for you to make once again.
I make none.
You make none. That's 9 damage coming through.
Do 3. I found... Oh, well, I failed 1. I passed 2. I failed 1 out of that, so yeah.
So it doesn't matter either way. One of them's going to go through. It's 3 damage.
Yeah, so he's on 4s.
But now it will be on 4s. Yeah, 4 ups.
Oh, no.
On the injury roll.
Oh.
What is my life? That is 2 2s and a 3.
Oh, thank the Lord.
He lives.
On a flesh wound.
The little prick. Although I think that might get me whirlwind now.
Yeah.
Because one model has taken 2 of your models to an injury roll stage. So that gets me whirlwind. That was the aim with that play. So
oh my God.
There is that at least. It would have been nice to take out both of them. But yeah.
I've got 2 guys to shoot left.
Okay.
We'll go for... Do you
want to pause?
Oh, no, I've got it. So the horror still in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to go at that
The pink horror.
Yeah, the pink horror. He's going to go at the
same Poxwalker as
same
before.
Poxwalker before.
In front of the commander.
Within half, but I advanced and you're obscured.
So it's -2 to hit.
So 2 shots on 6s.
Okay.
Nah.
Neither.
No.
Then I just have my combat specialist. For the fun of it,
yeah,
he will go into your commander.
Oh.
It's going to be 2 shots from his bolt gun. He does have a flesh wound, but as Marines, we ignore that first one, the penalty.
Just obscured.
Yeah, so 4s.
Yeah.
2 hits
Ooh.
on the two 4s.
Toughness 4.
Strength 4, so 4s to wound. 4s, 4, 4, 4, 4.
4.
Flavortown 4.
Hey.
Yeah, no good.
My last pink horror, so he's just on between the middle and the right objective. I am going to shoot him actually into your leader.
Oh.
So again, within half, I advanced and you're obscured.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 shots on 6s.
Okay.
Very unlikely, but yep, no hits.
Yep, no.
But then wounding would have been even less likely.
Yeah.
Would have been, so I needed 6s, then a 5, and then you would definitely save it on a 3.
Yeah.
Almost definitely.
Wow.
But yeah. That's that.
That's your lot for shooting.
Yeah.
Quick roundup. I don't have anyone out of action.
No.
I have my combat specialist on a flesh wound. You have who out of action?
Well, I need to double check the horror reading real quick. But so I've got.
Oh, you don't. I don't think the blue horrors count towards like nerve tests and stuff. It's just the pink horrors.
Yeah. So I've got 4 models out of action and 1 on a flesh wound.
Yeah, including your leader. Your leader's gone.
Only 1 CP a turn now. That's going to kill me for the whole game. I'm fuming.
That's how you get Barrett. You get his leader. You hit him in the command points. And objective wise, you're holding all 3.
Yeah.
Which is tasty for you. Did you have domination?
I did.
Oh.
And yeah, I might have something else as well after the old charge phase, the fight phase.
Oh well, yeah. We'll get to that now. So we have a single fight.
Yeah. So
to happen,
my bloodletter charged your Poxwalker, and when a bloodletter charges, they activate their buff. Which is on the charge, they get +1 attack and +1 strength.
It's filth. It's certified filth.
So he's getting 2 attacks, so not that bad.
The thing is, I don't know why they're going after Poxwalkers, because the skull is not that great on a Poxwalker. It's not really worth it. So why are they, if they're trying to get skulls,
well,
they're doing it all wrong.
They're just like something. You just got in the way.
True, there is that.
Yeah, but so I got 2 attacks then.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm hitting on 3s.
Okay.
So 5 and a 4.
Lovely.
So it becomes strength 5 because it's strength user. I'm strength 4, so +1.
It's not going to make a difference on my toughness 3.
No. Wound rolls of a 6 up, however, become 2 damage instead of 1.
All right.
So yeah, needing 3s. There's a 6 in there and a 4. They're both -3, but it doesn't matter. But it's
I don't get a save.
Yeah, but so 1 is 2 damage and 1 is 1 damage.
Okay, so I'll do all 3 at once.
Yeah.
Disgustingly resilient. I need 3 5-ups. No. I get a Flavortown, either a Flavortown 5 or a Flavortown 6, but no 5s or 6s together. No.
So we'll do the 2 damage.
I suppose that's why we should have done it separate. But I would assume that the one with the most damage would be the one that was chosen first. So
yeah. And then needing a 4, 5, or 6. There's a 6 there.
There you go.
And I will...
Poxwalker is out of action.
Consolidate, actually.
Okay.
So I suppose nearest is your guy up the top.
Mm-hmm.
Can't obviously get up the top, but...
You can go round.
Go just to...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. That's the fight phase.
That's the fight phase.
There was only one fight. Into the morale phase.
So
I cannot be broken, but I do have a Marine with a flesh wound.
Yeah.
I've got 1 CP left. So I'm just going to pay for him to pass it.
Cool.
Yeah, auto pass, so I don't have to take it.
Nice. Well, I'd not broken, only 4 out of action, but I do have a flesh wound on the board. He's within. Oh, is it within of a mate? Is it within 3 or is it within 1?
2?
Okay, well, he's within 2 of his mate, so you get a +1. Leadership 7 anyway, so probably be fine.
Give it a go.
Just 1d6, isn't it?
1d6.
It's 2. So
2 plus 4 minus 1. You're good.
Good.
So no one is shook.
No.
No one is shaken. Points wise, I did initiative, so let's just do mine first.
Yeah. Not holding any objectives.
Primaries, I have no objectives, so no primaries. Secondaries, I did manage to get Whirlwind.
Yep.
Which will give me 1 victory point, I believe. Score 1 victory point if one model from your kill team forced an injury roll on 2 or more enemy models in one battle round, which my commander did. I also then have David and Goliath, which has not happened, and 4 quarters, which is not in effect. So at the moment, I have 1 victory point from one of my secondaries. What about you?
Well, so primaries, I'm holding 1.
Yep, which gets you 1.
I'm holding 2.
Which gets you another 1.
And I'm holding more.
Which gets you another 1.
So that's 3.
That's 3 on your primaries straight away.
I then did score Domination at the end of my movement.
Which will be 4.
4. I then, what was it bloody called? Complete Control, which is hold all the objectives.
All 3 objectives. Yeah, I really wanted to not let you have that one.
Yeah, I think that was just 3 off the... And that is just 3. I only get that once.
Yeah, so you've had that now.
Had that, so that puts me up to 7.
So it's 7-1 at the end of the first round?
No, it's more. I also had Old School. So the first part of it is 1 model out of action in the first turn of yours.
Yeah.
Which I did put 1 out of action.
You did? Yeah, so my Poxwalker. So it's 8-1.
It's 8-1 at the end of turn 1.
Okay. Jesus. Should we do some initiative?
Yes, please. There's a 5.
It's a 6 for me.
Ooh.
So I'm going to be going first yet again. We'll cut away. We'll do the movement. We'll come back and talk about it in a second. So I've done a couple charges. First off. So firstly, on the right-hand side, over on objective 3, Poxwalker tried to charge that demonette.
Yeah.
Failed.
She too scary.
Did a reroll, failed again, which was frustrating. But the combat specialist just behind him successfully made that charge and went round to the outside of that building where the demonette is.
Yep.
And the Poxwalker did move as far up as he could, so he's on that objective now as well.
Yeah.
Back into sort of the center of my edge of the board. My leader stayed readied, and my veteran moved a little bit more central, just behind the leader.
Yeah.
It's actually an advance as well, but I'm going to ignore that. That penalty. A Terminator moved a matter of inches into the more central part of the board, just to make sure I got some reach if anything decides to charge him in a little bit. And my Poxwalker over on the left-hand side managed to charge into Plague Bearer that was still living on objective 2. That is a classic battle, Poxwalker versus Plague Bearer.
Yeah.
Because in 40k, Plague Bearers are a hell of a lot better than Poxwalkers. And then my commander readied, stayed put, and the demolition specialist jumped out of that building, over coming into more central part of the board. At one side of that bloodletter thing coming around the corner, he just bounced. He was out. So that is my movement.
So
demon movement.
Quite a few shenanigans.
Yeah.
Where to start? Let's start from right. Start from the right. So my Blood Reaper combat specialist, he charged your combat specialist with the demonette. The Plague Bearer just stayed holding the objective behind the wall, and my Master of Possession shuffled ever so slightly, so he's within 2 of that as well.
Yeah.
So we've got holding that. The Pink Horror, there's 2 Pink Horrors to the left of that building and that objective by the middle. One of them tried to charge your leader, failed by an inch, was an inch out, and then I re-rolled that with my only command point and got even worse. So he stayed put.
Kind of in the middle.
Kind of in the middle behind cover still, and then I advanced the other Pink Horror straight into, he's just out of an inch of your leader, just behind the barrier. Still in a bit of sight. Plague Bearer that was also over the right-hand side, he's now just moved into the middle. 3 blues, they've all shuffled ever so slightly just around that centre objective.
Yep.
Brimstone stayed where he is. The Pink Horror that was between the middle and the left objective, he's just moved a bit more central. He's not holding the objective, but he's within 3 of it. Then, over on the left, so one of the blood letters, the one that failed his charge in the first turn, tried to charge the Poxwalker.
Failed miserably again.
Double ones. Then the blood letter wasn't in combat last time, but was just behind him. He was jammy and multi-charged your Terminator and the Plague Spewer.
Demolitions specialist.
Out of Overwatch for the Terminator, but within the demo, but didn't get one. He got an 11 and
got in on both of them.
Got on both to tie that up.
Yeah.
And then I was considering charging with the other bloodletter that had taken out the Poxwalk in combat and was nearer your deployment zone. I considered charging your commander, but I scared. So he came round and charged the Poxwalker in combat with my Plague Bearer. He got a whopping 11 on that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is that. It's still my initiative.
Psychic phase first.
Don't like it.
I'm going
to do it.
Well, I want to do it.
I don't want to.
This time, though, I'm going to go with the Pink Horror that I advanced in front of your leader.
Yep.
So your leader is the closest visible model. So I'm going to Cybolt into him.
Okay.
Leading a 5. No command points. It's a 3.
I could only see one of them. I couldn't see the other dice. I didn't know if that was a good smile or a bad smile.
No.
Thank God.
Oh, that's crushed me. Well, there goes my plan.
I mean, let's put it out there. This round has to go very good for me to have a chance.
Yeah.
You crushed that first round.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be too worried if I was you. But so I have 2 readied models, my commander and my leader.
Yep.
I am gonna use my commander first. I think the fun one.
Yeah.
Do the Brimstone Horrors, do they take an injury roll or not?
No, they'll just die. It's because of, I suppose it's fair.
Because they basically had they've had loads, yeah.
Yeah, they're getting a lot of chances as it is. They don't need more.
Yeah, exactly. All right, cool.
Yeah, and they've only got a 6 up in bun as well.
Yeah.
See how many shots you got.
Hang on a sec.
Another gross tactic.
Not a tactic, but
okay.
I think I'm going to do something. Only because, right, so the best thing that would be useful for that flamer at the minute is to get my whirlwind.
Yeah.
But anything that it can multi shoot at the moment, multi-target, wouldn't take a injury roll.
Yeah.
So wouldn't get whirlwind.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit annoying, really. And he realistically wouldn't be able to get rid of everyone in that center.
Yeah.
So What I'm going to try and do is use the Unholy Death's Head grenade.
Oh, this sounds awful.
Each Foul Blight spawn carries a single Unholy Death's Head grenade. Once per battle, a Foul Blight spawn can throw an Unholy Death's Head grenade instead of a Blight grenade. And when they do so, change the weapon type to grenade 2d6.
Oh.
So it's a Blight grenade, but it's doubled, basically.
Yeah, jeez.
So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to see who I can
hit.
Who I can hit. Although I don't even know if there's many people.
Well, they're all within. Well, yeah.
But it's only 6 inches.
Oh, yeah.
So you can only probably get 2 of them.
Yeah.
Which is a bit pointless anyway. Whereas his gun is 9 inches. Which opens up a few of them.
Yeah. I'd probably go with the gun.
Oh, I'm just going to go with the gun. Maybe later for the...
Yeah.
So...
how many shots?
Assault D6. 4. Still pretty good. Still pretty good.
That's strength.
Target-wise, I got 4. I'm going to do that little brimstone horror. I'm going to do 1 on him.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do 1 on the blue horror next to him.
Yep.
And I'll do 2 on the pink horror behind him.
Okay. So you're doing 2 in the pink, but none in the
None
stink.
in the stink. None in the stink. That's why we don't get sponsored by GW.
Had to bring it back.
That sort of potty mouth.
People have probably forgotten all about that episode. So we had to.
That's why we don't get sponsored.
Oh, worth it.
Yeah, I'm going 2 in the pink. I'm going none in the stink though. So let's do the little brimstone boy.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'll go backwards actually. So I'll do the
pink
one first. 2 in the pink first.
Yeah.
Auto hits.
Yeah.
Strength.
Oh yeah.
I need to do my 2d6. Strength.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
7.
Still 2s.
Still 2s.
Yeah.
So 2 on your boy, re-rolling 1s. It's 2 3s. Minus 3 AP.
2 4-up invuns on the pink one.
Okay.
Make them both. 5 and a 4.
That is disgusting.
Yeah.
Okay, the brimstone horror in front of him.
Yeah, 2 as well.
That is a wound. Get a 4.
6 up for him.
Okay.
There's
Gets
a 5.
a 5, but not
yeah.
good enough. And
So
then that is 3
gone.
damage.
So yeah, he
Gone.
just goes, the
Yeah.
Brimmy.
And then the blue horror that was next to him. I get a 6.
So a 5 up for him.
Okay.
Nope. That was a 2.
3 damage again. So it
he
just explodes into
a yellow
a brimstone.
Which I'll put
Basically
next to him where the other one died.
Where the other one was, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, fair enough. That's pretty much all I could have hoped to do.
I mean, you got 2 models off the board.
Yeah, but they don't really count. But I hate demons.
Yeah.
That's why I tried to get you to do Imperial Guard for this.
But I had that lovely painted up new commander. That just wanted to flash.
Yeah. You want to
There's
do nice
Imperial-
and painted for the podcast because we know that you can hear the difference.
Yeah.
So that's why we make sure everything's painted.
If it was Imperial Guard, I think I'd be pretty crushed already.
Well, hope so.
Yeah. Then was it your leader?
Leader is also readied. That's the word I was trying to say. I will go. I'm going to go for the. He's got 2 shots.
Yeah.
Because rapid fire. I'll go for those 2 blue horrors.
Nice.
We'll do the one behind first.
So just obscured.
Just obscured, short range.
Yeah.
I get 6.
Nice.
Strength 7.
Toughness 3.
So 2s to wound.
Yeah.
I get 2.
5 up for him.
Okay.
Nope. So
Just the 1 damage.
he's going puff.
So he turns into another little broomy.
He's gone straight into the middle on the middle objective.
Little brimstone.
Yeah.
And then there's another blue horror, obviously, that I targeted. So I'll do that now. It's 4s again.
Yeah.
It's a 3. No good.
No command reroll?
No, I'm saving that for a little something.
I thought so.
Actually, I'm saving that for a little something later.
Then it's you've got one guy to shoot with left, haven't you? The guy that advanced.
Yeah, the veteran. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he gets 2 shots. Tell you what, he'll put 1 shot into the blue horror again.
Yeah.
And 1 into the plague bearer just behind him.
Okay.
Both going to be short range, both obscured.
Yeah.
So 4s once again.
Okay.
Let's go for the plague bearer first.
Yep.
Let's do the blue horror first, actually.
Yeah.
Freeze, no good. Plague bearer. That's a 5. That's going to hit. Strength 6.
Toughness 4.
So
3.
Freeze to wound, reroll in 1s. That is a 1. I'll reroll it for a 4.
Ooh. 5 up in bone.
Mm-hmm.
No.
D3 damage.
Oof.
The big 6.
Needing.
So that is 3
5 ups.
disgustingly resilience to make.
Made none.
Okay.
Not 1. I am obscured within the inch of what's obscured me.
Yeah, true. So it's 5s and 6s I'll need.
But I've got a feeling you might.
How's a 5 and a 6? And a 3. But still,
yeah. Gone. Making mincemeat of these plague guys.
Yeah. Yeah. That's all my guys shooting. You got any shooting?
Yeah, I've got 1, 2. No, 2 pinks actually. 2 pinks and I've got my commander.
Cool.
So we'll do the pink that advanced at your leader.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to be on 6s because he advanced and you're obscured.
Yep.
So 2 shots on 6s.
Definitely short range. He's literally in front of him.
I got 2 6s.
Oh, shit. Okay.
I need 5s to wound you though.
Okay.
Fuck. A 5.
A 5 and a 3.
It's no AP though.
3 up save. It's a 4. That is a save.
And then, I may as well do this other pink at the same target.
Yeah. Same target, yeah?
Yeah, you are long range.
Okay.
So 6s again.
Yeah.
2. Nah. Favourite Town 6.
Well, doesn't count.
No.
It is Reese's birthday.
Oh, yeah.
This weekend, I think.
Yeah, it's not today, is it? Yeah, I panicked like, I didn't say happy birthday.
It's not today, I don't think. He was just doing something for his birthday this weekend.
Yeah, hope it's not today.
We weren't invited, but
Yeah.
family stuff or something. And apparently we're not family.
Just been his family for
Disgusting.
a couple of years, but hey.
Yeah.
And then my pistol, I can't see anyone that I can target, so it's all the shooting for me.
Okay, into the combat.
Yeah. So you got 1 shot.
Before we do anything, I'm gonna.
I think I know what you're doing.
I'm gonna do a little stratagem, but I want to talk it out first because I want to make sure that I'm getting it right. The Foul Blight Spawn does have a tactic.
Oh.
It is 1 CP, and it's called Revolting Stench. Use this tactic at the start of the fight phase. As long as this model is not shaken, enemy models that charge this turn and are within 3 inches of the model at the start of the fight phase cannot be chosen to fight in the Hammer of Wrath section. So they cannot be chosen to fight as if they charged.
Yeah.
But can be chosen to fight in the Fight for Your Lives section, which is the second section.
Okay.
This ability also affects models that have abilities that would enable them to fight in the Hammer of Wrath section as if they had charged.
Okay.
So similar to what you were saying your Demonette has, where like she can always fight first.
Yeah.
If she was near my boy, then nuh-uh. So I just want to work this out because this always throws me off.
Yeah.
if I pop that, first of all, are you within 3 inches?
Just out or?
I think you're just in.
Just in, yeah.
So you're in 3 inches.
Yeah.
So if I pop that, you can only then fight after all the charged things are full.
Yeah.
However, I get to pick the first thing that hasn't charged. Because it's my initiative.
Oh, yeah, of course it is, yeah.
So,
yeah, so
I'll
then
still get to pick one of my guys on your boy.
Yeah, you'll get to do that one
In
first.
that case, I'm spending that fucking CP.
Ding, 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 ding. Okay, so
that stuff always confuses me, and I've done it before. He's got a similar thing in 40k.
Yeah,
I think it might be his actual ability in 40k.
Okay.
And I remember I've done it before.
Yeah, I think you did it with me with the.
And we've all just fucked it. Like, so I'd done it, and I was like, ha ha ha, and you were like, still got to. It was your turn.
Yeah.
So you still just got to fight or something, and I was completely just like, oh yeah, it didn't benefit me at all. So I wanted to make sure I got that right, but I do. So I pop that on CP, which means your bloodletter that charged my Terminator and my Demolition specialists cannot fight until we're into the next thing. Okay. However, we're in the first part, and I do have someone that charged.
Yeah,
but
the demonette can.
They're next to a demonette. So what's the deal with the demonette?
But she can be chosen to fight as if it was the Hammer and Wrath section. Model this ability can be chosen to fight in the Hammer and Wrath section of the fight phase, even if they haven't charged. So you're still going to get to.
Oh, so I still fight first.
Yeah,
it's just that she gets to. You can fight back straight away. Pretty much. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that does actually change it, because that means I'm going to force myself to do that one rather than my Poxwalker over there.
Yeah.
So fair enough. So combat specialist. I'm going to get 2 attacks.
Mm.
He's also been charged by someone here.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to do 1 attack each, I think.
Makes sense.
I'm not fancying my chances, but let's go for it. So there you are. So he does have a plague knife.
Yep.
And I'm going to be hitting you on freeze.
Yeah.
He has a flesh wound, but
Space Marines.
Space Marine. So we'll do the one on the demonette first.
Okay.
On a 3. That's a 2. No good. We'll do the other one now on the bloodletter. A 4.
That's the one I didn't want you to get him on.
Strength 4.
Toughness 3.
Toughness 3. So freeze. Rerolling once.
Ooh.
As a plague weapon. There's a 3. That's a wound. No AP.
5 up in Van. It's a 4.
Ooh.
This is the one I didn't want
to. Injury roll.
Yeah.
Just the 1d6.
Yeah.
4, 5, or 6 will put him out.
Yeah.
That is a 5.
That's the one I didn't want to go, because he was going to get some.
That makes me feel good.
Combat specialist gone.
That does make me feel good. So now you can choose someone who charged, or you can choose your demonette.
I'll choose the bloodletter that charged your Poxwalker.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll get 2 attacks because he gets the extra 1 for charging.
Yep.
Hitting on 3s. 3 and a 5.
Ooh.
Strength 5. So still 3s.
Mm-hmm.
And 6s are more damage. No 6s, but 2 wounds.
Okay.
Minus doesn't matter.
So 2 just
1 damage.
Standard, disgustingly resilient.
Yeah.
Would you believe me if I said that's 2 6s? Because it is.
What?
There's a 6 there. There's a 6 there. Double 6 saves the disgustingly resilient.
Whammy.
Whammy.
Cool.
Fucking hell. My heart's pumping. My heart is racing.
Mine is breaking.
What else we got?
So you charge with the Poxwalker.
I charge with the Poxwalker, so he will fight the Plague Bearer.
Yeah.
2 attacks.
Yep.
I think it's something bad like 5s.
Yeah, pretty sure.
Got an improvised weapon. It is indeed 5s.
Nice.
2 4s.
Nice.
So that'll be nothing.
I'll fight with the Demonette because she can do it in this phase.
Yeah, you can choose her in this section.
What's she got? So she's got 2 attacks.
On my combat specialist.
Yeah, hitting on 3s.
Okay.
Both hit, 4 and 5. It is only strength 3, but
Toughness 5.
if it's a 6, it's an AP of -4. So,
Okay.
needing 5s.
Needing 5s. 6s are real bad.
I got 2 6s.
Oh, fuck's sake.
But it's only 1 damage.
Okay, so 2 disgusting resilience.
Yeah.
Well, I can't save.
No,
them,
you can't.
Can I? 'Cause
No,
they're
so
-4.
just straight to disgusting.
2 disgusting resilience. Can I get the double 6 again?
I hope not.
A Flavour Town 6.
Hey. But just 1 damage though.
Mm-hmm.
You're already on a flesh wound.
Yes.
So a 3 up would take you out. It's 5.
And with that move, you just lost me a victory point.
Oh.
I was going to get my 4 quarters.
Ah.
One complaint. 4 quarters is at the end of the battle round, but
yeah.
But the middle, what's the middle one?
Just at any
Domination.
Just at any, Domination's at the end of the movement phase.
At the end of the movement phase.
Yeah.
What's all this about? Favoritism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm not going to actually, I will consolidate. I'll consolidate into your Poxwalker.
Yeah, you can go around to Poxwalker.
Yeah, just for hell of it.
And
then
on him there.
So that's all the.
He will get to fight now.
Yeah, so I was just going to say, so that's all the charge done.
Yeah, so now
apart from my one that can't.
Yeah, that
so
can't.
yeah, you get to pick.
So now I get to choose. I'm going to go with the Terminator.
I thought so.
So let's have a little look. I've got the CP left as well.
Yeah. I think he's going to be toast.
So first up, he has 2 attacks, and it's going to be on freeze. Using his bow sword. Yeah. So let's go ahead with both of those, both on your blood letter.
Yep.
A 3 and a 2.
Ooh.
Do I want to I've got a CP left.
Not going to need it for any nerve things this round.
No, I'm just trying to decide. Going to leave that.
Yeah.
Going to leave that. Yeah. So strength is 4.
Mm-hmm.
Toughness
3.
3. So
freeze.
Freeze to wound. I'm re-rolling 1s.
Ooh.
If I get a 6, the AP goes up. I don't think that's going to make a difference to you. Cool.
Still.
It is a 6. So it's -4 AP.
Cool. Luckily, a 5 up infant. That's a 1.
Okay. It is only 1 damage.
Yep.
So injury roll.
4, 5, or 6.
That's a 5.
He's gone.
Out of action.
Then I'll fight back with the Plague Bearer that you charged.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to be -1 to hit because he's got his flesh wound.
Yep.
But yeah, he's got 1 attack and he can re-roll wound rolls of 1. But,
okay.
But yeah, he's hitting on a 5 because he's on a flesh wound. That's a 6. These have favoured me well, these new dice.
Yeah, the new Chill Team dice.
Strength 4. It's 3. So in the 3.
Okay.
It's 2. Can't re-roll that. So nothing.
Okay. I've got Poxwalker over here that you consolidated into.
Yep.
That can now make an attack. 2 attacks. 2 6s.
Oh.
I bet these have been doing quite well for me as well, these siege dice.
Couple of premiums.
Yeah.
Toughness 3.
Strength is going to be 3 as well, I imagine.
Hope it's 2.
It's 3.
4s.
A 4 and a 5.
Oh, damn. Got to make 2 5-up. Well, what's her normal save? Does she have a better?
Did I? I didn't. No, I still. So I didn't do that reroll in the end. So I've still got a command
Yeah, you still
point.
got one.
Oh, mate.
Yeah, take the invulns.
Please.
Yeah, because I know what happens. That's not happened yet.
It's never happened. Please.
Oh, don't save.
Okay, I get 1 injury roll first. 4, 5, or 6 will take her out of action. A 5. A 5. And with that, I have a...
Shouldn't have consolidated.
Oh my God, I don't care how this game has gone now. It's happened. It's actually happened. Right. There's still another hurdle. So 1 CP, Nurgle's Gift.
Yeah.
Use this tactic after a Poxwalker from your kill team takes an enemy model out of action in the fight phase. Roll a d6, and on a 4+, you may set up a new Poxwalker within 1 inch of the Poxwalker that made the attack.
Ooh.
So do I turn you into a Poxwalker? That is the question. The new Poxwalker is treated as a member of your kill team, but is not part of a fire team and is not added to the command roster, which isn't relevant for this situation. On a 4-up, I turn you into a Poxwalker. I've never had the opportunity. I'm so happy that the opportunity has actually happened. It's a fucking 5. Yes. So you are turning into a Poxwalker.
Bloody hell.
The Demonette is out of action, and another Poxwalker has sprouted in her place. That is a win for me.
Yeah.
I have wanted to use that tactic for about 2 years.
That is gross.
And I've never actually managed to do it, I don't think. And not in recent memory anyway.
Yeah.
Incredible. Love that. All because you consolidated as well. So thank you. Yeah. Amazing.
That's the end of the fight phase.
Yeah.
Morale.
So I
2 out.
I have 2 out of action. That doesn't count as one coming back. So I have 2 out of action. I don't have any flesh wounds though.
No.
So I'm good. How are you?
I have 8 out of action, which is bang on half.
Oh,
but I have a flesh wound, so I do need to test.
So you do need to test. Okay,
this
let's
could
get a little
be
test.
a game changer.
Let's get a little test.
It's within a friend, so.
Oh no, it's a break. It's a break test. Right, you got to do
highest leadership on the board.
Yeah, which is
probably the possession guy. Let's check his.
Which is going to be 8, I think.
9.
9. Okay, so 2d6.
Less than 9.
You want? Is it less than 9 or 9 or less?
9 or less.
9 or less.
That's 7.
Oof.
No, 8.
Oh fuck.
So
okay, so you don't break.
Don't break. So then the morale on. It's a 3. It drops to a 2 because of his buddy, but then still got
plus
4,
8.
5, 6. Yeah, so he's still shaken.
Still shaken. Cool. That makes me feel a bit better about myself.
Yeah.
So I think if you need to see if your bloodletter is holding that objective or not. Within 2 of the
you
center.
will be having that one.
Within 2 of the center of the objective.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's contested then, because that's 1 each. You'll have the middle objective.
And
what's going on over here?
I've got 2 guys this side within 2.
Yeah, my second Poxwalker's just out.
Yeah.
Just. And that's as far over as he could have been as well, unfortunately.
Yeah. So what did you get points-wise?
So, points-wise, I'm not holding any objectives. I didn't manage to get any of my secondaries either, I don't think.
No.
I didn't manage Whirlwind, and I didn't survive long enough, unfortunately, for 4 quarters, and I didn't take out your commander. I got 0.
Well, for primaries, I'm going to get 3 again. I hold 1, I hold 2, and I hold more.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another 3. So that's 11. I did get Domination as well.
Yeah.
So that's 12.
Secondaries?
So that,
that was a secondary.
So that's twice. But old school, the other one I'd already got 3. And old school I haven't done any more on. I need to take your leader out or be wholly within your deployment.
I mean, I can't win now.
Yeah.
There was the small chance I had of leveling that out a little bit was if I could. I was hoping that you were going to move your commander into a bit, so that I could see him a little bit. Because I thought you might want to do your Psyker stuff. That didn't happen.
Yeah.
If I could have got 4 quarters and I could have held an objective or 2, then it would have started to sway a little bit, but just wasn't meant to be. So I'm going to concede there to the demons. And we can have a little roundup.
Yeah.
Really cool. I like commanders. I don't get why people hate commanders so much. I know it's not necessarily the most competitive thing. To be honest, each of our commanders didn't actually really do much in this.
No, to be fair.
But they are fun models to have.
Yeah, it just makes it a bit more exciting, isn't it?
Yeah. I'll tell you what was really hard was I fucked up straight away picking the injury roll thing without realizing that the demons, the blue horrors and the pink horrors and whatever didn't do injury rolls. And I didn't want to go back on that after you told me because I would have felt bad. I would have felt a bit cheesy doing that. So I kept that. And that because my game plan was that was going to be the one that was ticking me over round to round. And then the other 2 were going to be just big final pushes.
Yeah.
So it didn't really pan out that way.
I assumed I was always going to have more objectives than you.
Yeah, that's why I tried to avoid objective-based ones as well.
Yeah, but I knew I was going to get that 3.1 first turn
because I knew you'd have more objectives than me, and already the 3 primaries are objective-based.
Yeah,
so I knew you'd be clearing them out.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe I should have, especially in a more tournament-based mission, should have probably left the Terminator on the bench and drafted a fuck ton of Poxwalkers. But I wanted to test the Terminator out.
Yeah, so. He's cool. I mean, he did some stuff.
He did some stuff. The commander did pull a cool little move on it with his 6 auto hits, which was nice as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, the fucking demons going down into different steps and not having injury rolls and shit.
It's just hell.
Because you're constantly on objectives then.
Yeah.
Constantly. Like, it's impossible to just get you off of an objective.
Yeah. Yeah. I suppose the ideal thing to do with them is charge them and multiple charge them in a way or get them trapped
so that
between
you can't
stuff.
Have
can't spawn
things,
them. Yeah. Trap any one of them.
Which could be done with certain Death Guard lists, but not with the one that I had. I wanted to shoot stuff.
Yeah.
So, it was a numbers game at the end of it, I think. But even then, I still managed to take
half of my army out.
I mean, that's 8 out of action, plus including
then another 4 little ones, so 12 models out of action.
Yeah, so I took 12 models out of action.
I took 2 out.
And you took 2 out of action.
Yeah, and you had one on a flesh wound. So
so it's like in that way,
pretty damn good.
In a regular game, a narrative game, then that would be I'd be cleaning up.
Yeah.
It's just an example of how they differ, I suppose. Was there anything? How did you find it?
Yeah, I thought it was fun. I think, once I kind of saw what you'd bought, I thought, and what the mission is, especially for the tournament mission packs, are all really objective based anyway. So I thought,
those 3 primaries are the same on every mission. So
so I thought the demons are going to be a good shot for any like tournament style mission. I mean, I started getting very panicky when the horrors I assume I'm going to lose. I kind of want to lose them a bit. But when you start really chipping away at all the other guys, I started getting pretty panicky, especially when I thought I was going to maybe break or.
Yeah, well, I started to think like, like the horrors are a waste of time. So I started to go at other stuff.
Which I think is in a way is the right thing.
Yeah. Different mission, it would have come out a bit different, I think.
Yeah.
But the main takeaway is that I got to do the fucking tactic where you turn one of the other models into a Poxwalker.
That was pretty damn good.
All because you consolidated, which makes it even better.
Got greedy.
All because your eyes lit up.
Yeah, I thought, you won't take me out. I'll get it next time.
I do love that. That's one big takeaway.
And you got me not really getting to use command points. Took out my leader.
Yeah, took out your leader. Hit you where it hurts.
Yeah.
So lots of positives for me, but you go away with the win. We'll call it there. There's no consequences of battle or anything, as we have been doing. So instead, we will hopefully see you next week, but potentially in 2 weeks. We're still trying to work out how much we can record and things like that. Thanks for listening. See you on the next one.